Okay, great. So can you just start by telling us a bit about you and your company and your role there?
Yeah, currently I am working as a freelance Hubspot CMS developer or CRM basically. Now I have shifted from CMS to full stack. So on Upwork, I am top rated freelancer and I am working in Hubspot ecosystem from last more than 3 years.
Cool.
So
That's a while.
initially I was working for a agency, but right now I am individually into freelancing.
Cool. And do you usually work with like teams of marketers like to like help them get set up or like who are your clients usually?
Yeah, marketers, salesmen, and admins, small business owners.
Cool. Sweet. And so do you work with teams on like creating content? Now, you know, you said you've kind of switched to CRM, but like you have experience working in sort of like content and website building and stuff.
Yeah, I
Did
do.
when you were doing that type of work, what type of content were you typically helping them with?
Yeah, recently I was working with a company named Feedtricks.ai. So
Mhm.
they approached me to create the blogs and their website designs and etc. So uh, after maybe 15 or more days, they hired a content writer, and I was discussing and making the strategy for their content creation. So now they are creating a huge number of blog articles and putting up there. And another company, Bebold, it is from USA, and they have raised a good number of user daily visitors. So that kind of work I do.
Sweet. Awesome. And for those companies, did they both have like a single brand or a single website that they were managing, or did they have sort of like multiple brands that they were working with?
Yeah, some have multiple, but most of them have a single brand.
Cool. And then were they using any other tools, those clients, to like create content, or was most of it happening inside HubSpot?
No, no, they are using different uh, uh, tools such as ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very common.
Yeah.
Now they have switched to DeepSeek and other. So even before hiring a content creator and other things, they tried multiple AI tools to create content. So these kind of things I see in the client's daily routine.
Cool. Okay, sweet. And so when have you, as you've been sort of like helping people build content in HubSpot, what were the two biggest challenges that you faced?
Uh, Let me share my screen. I have actually written down some bullet points.
That'd be great. Thank you.
So when we create contents, or even when we create any kind of pages inside the page editor,
Hmm.
we usually come across a problem. That is, when I am creating something, let's say I am creating a home page, and there are two users who are working on the same page, then I am not able to know that who is that other person, or is there other person working on other side. Then there should be some drop down or kind of information should be shown on the page editor window, so that person is able to get to know that there is also another person working on the same page. So
Right.
in that case, sometimes let's say I have created a page and I have reached the bottom part. Let's say I have come to the footer, and after some time, another person which has opened similar or same page in her window or his window, then uh, that content will be entirely overridden from his side. So that is a huge problem for me, or even for page editor users. So
Gotcha.
this is the sin.
That's the
Same
biggest
thing
one.
I have written. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And second one is we have different rows and columns to add in page editors, drag and drop kind of pages. So in those uh, columns and rows, we don't have much, like we have very much control of it, but we don't have kind of border and border radius. So if you will give another option to add border radius and colors, etc. Background color is there, spacing kind of thing is there, and flags justify content is there. But for these, I see a lot of things will be resolved because we don't have to create another custom module for that. Then
Gotcha.
it will be resolved in the same drag and drop, and it can be created in few minutes. But when we create using custom modules, it can take up to 30 or more minutes.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
yeah, third one is animation kind of. I have also worked on Webflow page editors. So there were many modules or small widgets to create animations, little animations. But I
Hmm.
don't see any animation stuff or any module to just animate things or even simple animations. So
Yeah.
if there will be some kind of module or anything or and like addition in the styles tab of every module, that will be great.
One question on the animations. Did you like the way that Webflow did it? Like, is there any tools that you've used that really felt like were really good for animations?
Yeah, I like Webflow's animation.
Yeah.
They are easy to use and customize, so I like it.
Cool. Okay, cool.
And the fourth point is, yeah, it is regarding design manager. Let's say I have created these serverless functions.
Hmm.
So if I will, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, yeah. So we don't have any auto completion feature here on the web inside design manager. If there will be some auto completion, or you can just use BS code extensions or other kind of stuff. There can be multiple things that can be done inside this page editor, because for creating custom modules, I usually use this design manager. I usually don't use VS Code for just creating small custom modules, because
Yeah.
for inside VS Code you have to check out the structure of a fields.json file. For me, that is very tough. So I usually use this, and I don't see any auto completion uh, kind of stuff as we use inside uh, VS Code editor.
Right. Gotcha.
So
Okay.
mm, yeah, I have seen a problem. Actually, when I was learning, I have faced a problem that I want to see this theme named Power. It is one of the most popular theme inside this ecosystem,
Hmm.
and award winner, I guess it is award winner theme. So I want to see the entire code base and understanding different things, but I am not able to see its fields.json file. It was saying that it is file is too large, you are not able to see it, but you can fetch the file inside your local code editor. Since
Oh,
HubSpot doesn't allow marketplace themes to be fetched in your local device, so that is very hard for me to.
okay.
So my learning curve, just I was very disturbed to see that.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
so
written
interesting.
it down.
I didn't realize that I actually didn't know that that we had that limit that was like, especially for the power theme, because that, yeah, that is like our one of our most popular themes. Like, so, and this is in the design manager, like you physically you can't open the theme.
Let me show it to you. Yeah,
Okay.
I think one of my clients have this thing. Let me show it to you.
Okay, great.
I think they don't have professional, but let me check. Power theme, I think it is simple. Power Pro is not there. So for Power, I have seen this inside Power Pro theme, professional
Okay,
version of it.
gotcha.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Yeah, it
wow.
is also saying.
Okay, we'll take a look at that. That's really good to know about. Um,
Yeah,
Interesting. But it says you can open it up locally, but since you're building, usually like you're building like modules and stuff in the design manager, like it's important to have it available. Yeah.
yeah. But you cannot fetch inside your local page editor as well. So that's
Oh,
a big issue.
okay. Thank you. That's really helpful feedback.
Yeah,
Cool.
another point is this. I don't see a lot of videos inside your developer docs, but if you can add, even you can create some, you can hire any developer or any professional to make videos to create use cases for uh, your developer documentation. That would be really helpful because I don't see any of the developer docs page have any uh, videos listed over there, or related to that content there should be a video because that would be really helpful.
Okay.
I like reading, but in some cases you don't get the exact context of that particular thing. So if there will be some use cases as well inside the video, that could be the extension of that page,
Hmm.
or make use of different use cases.
Cool.
So next point is uh, allowing the font awesome icons,
Mm.
premium font awesome icons. So if we create a module, uh, let me show. Let's say we have this module and I want to add a icons field here, icon field. We have these legacy icons. Even if I want to search X, because Twitter has renamed from Twitter to X, we don't
Hmm.
see any icon. So
Okay.
these are just legacy icons. So if we can give the support of premium font awesome icons, you can also give the option to purchase these icons as well if required. That would be really helpful because
Okay.
for now I have to just download it inside my device, then upload it on HubSpot, then use it as an image.
Hmm.
That's not a good case.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
Uh, and I have an issue regarding the support of jQuery library inside settings. If I go to settings and I think inside it
Yeah,
should
that's okay.
be pages. Yeah, here. So we have two versions only, and the latest version of jQuery is uh, I think this site is down. It
That's
is
okay.
our 5 or 6
Five.
version.
Okay. So we're, yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah, it is 3.7. Let me check.
Okay.
So the support HubSpot is giving is really outdated.
Okay.
So another thing is, yeah, this is very disturbing to see that HubSpot is doing great, but in these two cases, I say it very disturbing. When we create a form and use it inside our custom modules, then the JavaScript files for these forms are very heavy. That if you will just go to and create a page, and if you want to optimize that page, just for the accessibility and the page speed, you are not able to control it because they are defaultly automatically injected by HubSpot. You don't have any control over it. So for those cases, this API.forms. Let me show it to you.
Gotcha. And so it's the
If
forms field specifically that's it's like when anytime you use the forms field, it like kind of messes up the like performance, SEO,
yeah, yeah,
accessibility.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah. The JavaScript file for creating that form is very heavy, and
Okay.
you don't have any control. Similar case is for the video player, HubSpot default video player.
Hmm.
That is even heavier than this form's script.
Gotcha.
And I have forgot the context of this 11th point.
Hmm.
If I will get to know, I have written it way back.
Yeah,
Open the imported file using command plus key.
in the design manager.
I'm not, yeah,
Cool.
I am not able to recall it right now, but
Uh-huh.
will let you know, or I will email you.
Yeah, sure. You can email us like if you have like yeah, additional details. But I think this makes a lot of sense, everything you've shown us, and like is very relevant feedback that we can work with a lot of this stuff. So thank you so much for writing this down. Yeah, we especially like we can get feedback to the right people for a lot of these things. And a lot of them are in our team's domain too. So we can definitely work on them.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, mm,
Oh, go ahead.
sometimes when you really work into it, you get a lot of different things. I can give a lot of other things as a feedback, but right now, these are the only things.
These are the main things. Yeah. Feel free like over time, like so Matt and I both work on like themes like related to modules and like we don't have control over like everything, but we can always get feedback to the right teams and stuff. So yeah, feel free to email us anytime you have any more feedback. Um okay, cool. So I have a couple questions related specifically to like themes. I know we touched on a couple things before, but you mentioned you create a couple different types of content, so like websites, blogs. Have you historically used the same theme, or is it sort of like different based on your clients, what they want? Um,
Yeah, yeah. In most of the cases, uh, client already purchased the theme, and I just have to. They don't take any kind of suggestion from developer. They already purchases based on the different articles and other stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. And do you know like how they choose that? Like, is it usually based on like do they like search through the marketplace and look for like something that like matches the look, or do they do like comparisons? I'm sort of curious what that usually looks like.
I can't say much about it because in most of the cases, only one or two people have asked me about it.
Okay.
So uh, I have just recommended the themes that I have personally used, such as Element theme. That is the theme that is very easy to customize or edit.
Gotcha. Cool.
So
Okay, sweet. Um, and how often, so like you help them set up their themes sometimes, like how is that experience usually? And then also like how often are you usually editing the theme after, like over time?
uh, I think in every case I have to optimize or customize themes because uh, uh, client doesn't want the same design.
Mhm.
So to let's say in our case, as I have showed you, for order is they have completely different design. They have just purchased the power theme just because of the feedback and the uh, what I would say, the reviews on marketplace.
Okay.
So
Do your clients, after you've set up, like customize their theme, like do they have access to theme settings and like do they go in and sort of change any of those styles, or is it more like you've set those up for them and they don't touch it?
yeah, in most of the cases they don't touch it.
Okay.
But in some cases, I have seen that they have created their website entirely using. They didn't. They even didn't created a child theme. So which is essential to modify your code base.
Yeah.
So without creating child theme, I think there should be an option or mandatory kind of alert while purchasing inside purchasing funnel of HubSpot marketplace. So if the clients on the go will get to know that you have to first uh, create a child theme, then you start using it.
So sometimes like you'll have clients that have like selected a theme and then they'll start like editing it in the editors or something. And then when you join, you're like, we have to make a child theme if you want to customize it fully.
Yeah. In most of the cases, I have seen it.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to
Yeah.
know. Cool. Okay, and then I have like one or two more questions. So for most of your clients, do they usually want all of their content to like look the same, or are there places when sometimes their content looks a little bit different? So like if their blog looks a little different from their website, or like if a landing page looks a little different, are there any scenarios where that happens, or is it usually all the same?
Yeah, in some cases, in very few cases, actually, I have seen different designs for blogs and main site, and different design for their documentation kind of pages, because they create a glossary kind of pages inside HubSpot, and they just use it for info dot like subdomains for info or docs. Let's say docs.feedtricks.ai. So for creating documentation and other stuff. So I have seen different designs in such case scenarios, but there are very few cases.
Okay. Cool. But in most cases, like if so say they had like one blog, one landing page, and then the website, like would all of those typically look like have the same like theme, like styles and like look and feel and stuff?
Sorry?
If they were to have like for your clients, like if they were to have like a blog and a website, usually would
Hmm.
those sort of like match the same look and feel, like theme settings and everything?
Yeah. So in such cases, theme settings, we can just change the child theme. If they need different design, we can use different child theme.
Yeah,
So the parent theme or the main theme will be same, but we can change that as well.
if you have to. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Matt, did you have any other questions before we did the concept part?
Yeah, I just had a couple quick ones. The first is in those cases where your clients are using child themes, what is the primary use case of why they're using a child theme?
Primary use case to customize the design.
Okay.
You don't have everything in your control when you use the main theme. So
Right.
to take control of your entire website or every aspect of your design, it is mandatory because you cannot edit marketplace theme directly. There is only one way to use it or customize it. That is by creating child theme.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, that's super helpful. Yeah, I know sometimes the marketplace themes can be restrictive. So you're saying the child theme basically gives them the ability to leverage all the functionality of the theme that they're on, but then they get to fully customize it to their liking.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's it for me, Lily.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you this Figma prototype, um, and I'll just send it in the Zoom chat. And if you can just share your screen whenever you have this open, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And in the top right corner, can you just hover in the Figma controls and do like the full screen? If you scroll your mouse up or like hover at the top part of it.
Where? Here.
Yeah, there. If you go to
Okay.
the right hand side, yeah, and just do the expand. There you go, full screen. Okay, great.
Okay.
This will just help with some of the like wonkiness of Figma. Okay, so just for some context here, our team is testing out a new feature that would allow you to customize your theme from the page editor. So this is a much more sort of like marketer sort of like focused feature for editing, but potentially could still be helpful. And we just want to get your feedback on these concepts. So we're going to ask you a couple different tasks using the prototype. And if you can just talk out loud as you go through the tasks and tell us your thoughts or like any confusion or anything as you walk through them, that would be great. And then just also like a heads up, it's a design prototype, so like not everything is going to be clickable, but there should be some blue guides that show up where you can click if you click on a place that isn't.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so first, let's say you are currently editing a landing page in HubSpot and you're using the theme Elevate, and you decide that you want to update all of your primary buttons in your theme to use a fill color of black. Can you complete that task from here and just talk aloud through the process?
Okay. We have to just I'm not able to. Okay. Themes. Then buttons. Let's say if I want to change the primary buttons color, you can change
Yeah,
it from here.
yes.
You can just, I think I'm not able to select a different color.
You can click the just the black one in the top left corner. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So that's sort of like the first task. And then let's say now you decide that you want to update the heading text. It currently says create legendary brands, but you want to change the type to say build a legendary brand. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Sweet. And then let's say now your landing page is ready to publish, and so you can publish the page.
I am not able to click on it.
Oh
I
no.
see.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Is it not working? Maybe if you shrink the screen. I know I just told you to expand it. Oh.
No, I don't see.
Okay, if you click the forward button
Oh,
on your
let me do it another way.
Okay.
I think it is not clickable.
Okay, if we go to if you go back into the prototype and then
Okay.
just click out of this. So if you click on your keyboard, sorry, the right button on your keyboard, it should go to the next page.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Sorry about that. Sometimes the Figma toolbars get kind of annoying. So okay, so now let's say sort of like you've completed that task. We're gonna move on to a next set of tasks. So can you click go to next step?
Okay.
Okay. So let's say like that landing page has been published. Now you're creating your website using the same theme in the same account. And you've created a couple different pages using Elevate again. You want to make some small edits to your pricing page, and you feel like the primary button, like black color, you decide that you actually want it to be a dark purple to match your brand. Can you make that change?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that yeah.
But from here, we are able to just change the entire theme. It will be applicable on the entire theme because it is theme editor, not a page editor.
Yeah,
So,
you can change it in the theme.
yeah, okay. What should be the color of this button?
You can make it a dark purple from your brand colors. There you go.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. And now you think the page looks good, so you decide you want to publish it. And we'll run into the same
I,
problem. So you can click the next
yeah,
there.
yeah, it is.
That's
very
okay.
disgusting.
That's
Yeah.
okay. No worries. We're good. So it would basically just be the same thing. It'll just show sort of like the page was published modal. Um, okay. So like first, do you have any like do you feel like you understood what settings were being changed in the sidebar when you're making them?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. Like it felt you expected it sounded like you expected that the change would apply to the whole theme. That felt
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If it is inside theme editor, then it will be applied on every page unless it is overridden.
yeah. Do you think I know because like with the marketers that you've worked with, like what do you think their experience would be using this type of thing?
Yeah, it would be great
Mhm.
because sometimes user wants to change the entire, like initially when we create pages from scratch, we just have to make everything and go to the theme editor after making some changes. Let's say I don't like this color of my buttons, then I have to go back to the mm, theme editor from page editor. So from uh,
Oh, I think you're dropping out. Matt, can you hear me
in
okay?
during that shifting, it takes some time, and
Yeah, adds time to going back and forth. Oh,
it would be
sorry.
great if you will just give, well, you are in low network bandwidth.
Oh yeah. Sorry. No, it's okay. I think the Wi-Fi went out for a sec.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, I think
it's
we're back.
fine.
Good. Okay, but yeah, no, that's so but you were just saying like you think it would save you some time potentially from having to go back and forth.
Yeah, it will save a lot of time.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Um, let me see. Did you experience any points of confusion barring the aside from the Figma problems, did you experience any sort of points of confusion with the prototype?
No, with the prototype, everything looks good to me.
Okay. And then are we missing anything as part of this theme editing experience that would be useful to you?
I don't think. Theme editor is pretty good. You don't have, again, I would just suggest to give that option of the current users of that particular theme, or how many persons have uh, opened from their side. If you will just get to know, then that would be great.
Just so you're not overwriting each other's changes and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, cool. Matt, did you have any other questions you wanted to add?
Uh, I did. This is mainly I have two. So one is, do you ever get feedback from the marketers on their experience with themes, or is it mainly they just come to you with a request of something that they want to change, and that's kind of like the relationship that you have with your marketers, or do you work a little bit more closely to what their day-to-day workflows look like?
Yeah, most of the marketers know pretty well about theme editing and page editing experience. They just come to us to create custom solutions for them. So
Okay, cool. And when you're creating those custom solutions, are you primarily doing all of this in Design Manager, or are you doing this locally before you go into Design Manager?
yeah, most of the times, if it depends on the task, the length of the task. So if the task is to create a page which has a sidebar
Hmm.
and pagination, custom pagination, not a default HubSpot one. So custom pagination, and you require a lot of different cards inside sidebar, and you have to make them sticky while scrolling. Then in such cases, I usually prefer local development.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
And the rest of if I have to just create some design things, let's say editing or adding custom styles or CSS. I just use a design manager, default design manager inside web app.
And just like one last point, for those requests that marketers might come to you with, if they could make those changes without having to go into a design manager, do you think in most cases they would, or they would still come to you for the customization?
Most of the marketers don't know about design managers.
Right.
They never touch the
Yeah.
code. Yeah, they never touch the code. Uh, so they come to us even for little
Mhm.
help. Yeah,
Okay, great. That's super helpful. Thank you for that.
yeah, it's my privilege. I'm also enjoying it.
Good. Yes, absolutely. Like if you have any other feedback, absolutely feel free to send us an email. We're also happy to like jump on a call. But yeah, do you have any other sort of like questions or thoughts before we end?
No, no, I'm done.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for your help. The UX research team will send out the gift cards as a thank you for your help on Friday. So keep an eye out for that in your email. But if you don't see it, feel free to send us an email and we'll make sure it gets to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for that gift card as well.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
So much. Bye.
Bye.
Same to Bye bye.